Hi everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. My project today is a pretty easy no-cut Halloween treat. It's just tied together. It uses only 1/3 of a sheet, so you can get 3 of these out of each sheet of cardstock. I used the Scary Cute stamp set for the Frankenstein. I used the Celebrate Everything Host Designer Series paper for the DSP. And it measures, I didn't measure it before, 3.5 by 2 3/4 by 1/2 inch. All right, and in here I, of course, have a Kit Kat and a Twix, but 2 Kit Kats would fit, 2 Twix will fit together, and I'm not sure if 1 or 2 Skittles. Let's see. Now, 1 Skittles would be nice in this. So if you're going to do something for trick-or-treaters or for your own kids or for some people at work, this is pretty fast and easy. The only thing that's a little more time-consuming is to do the edge here, but if you had an edge punch or any edge die, you could use that, or you could just leave it plain. All right. So what we need for this is, first of all, along with the Scary Cute stamp set, I use the Blossoming Happiness dies for this edge, which is, I'm not sure if that's a notebook edge also. It's the same set that has this notebook edge. All right, but you can use any die you want. And I also use the Layering Circles dies and some black and white gingham ribbon. All right, so we need a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock that is 7 by 2 3/4. We need a scrap of crushed curry for the sentiment. We need a scrap of Parakeet Party to stamp the Frankenstein on. We need a scallop circle from pumpkin pie that is 1 3/4, and then the die that we cut the actual Parakeet Party cardstock out is probably, well, I'll tell you, but if it's 1 3/4, it's probably going to be 1 5/8. Okay, and then we need 1 piece of the Celebrate Everything Designer Series paper. That's a host paper, which you can pick with your Stampin' Rewards if you spend $150. We need 1 piece that is 2.5 by 3 1/4. 1 piece that is 2.5 by 1 3/4, and 1 piece that is 2.5 by 1/2. All right, so we need our Simply Scored, and we're only going to score on the 7-inch side, and we're going to score at 1, 3, and 3.5. Okay, and there's no cutting for this. All right, so for the skinny piece, the 1/2 inch piece right here, we're going to fold both of those towards the bump that we made. The back has a bump when you score it. So we're going to fold those towards the bump. And then the one that's the small 1-inch piece, we're going to fold it against the bump. Okay, so that makes our general shape of our box. All right, now we're going to straighten it out, and I'm going to take this die from the Blossoming Happiness dies, and I'm going to make sure that the solid line that's on the bottom of it is towards the bottom of my project. All right, and I'm going to put it down, and I'm leaving about 1/8 of an inch below the die. And then I'm just going to tape it, and I'm going to cut it, and I will be right back. Okay. All right, so now let's put our DSP on. Before that, let's take our corner rounder, and we're going to round the corners of the long piece. Right, and that's what your DSP should look like after you're done cutting it and scoring it. Okay, then we're going to take our largest piece of DSP, that is 2.5 by 3 1/4, and round one of the shorter sides on both sides. Okay, we're going to put that one on the what will be the inside. Okay, I didn't put one on the back, but you could if you want to. All right, and then the piece that is 2.5 by 1 3/4 goes in underneath this piece here. And the piece that is 2.5 by 1/2 is going to go on this front folded down piece. Okay, so we're going to let that dry a minute. And you could put, just while I'm thinking about it, you could put a glue dot behind the candy. It stays pretty good, but I'd imagine if it's in someone's trick-or-treat bag, it might kind of go all over. So you could put a little glue dot behind each piece if you wanted to. Alright, so let's get our piece of Parakeet Party. Just make sure it's big enough for this die to fit. I'll tell you what size it is when I'm done. And I'm going to use the Frankenstein from Scary Cute, for Scary Cute stamp set. And if you really want it nice and solid, you can use your Stamparatus. Sorry. I'm going to try and see how it goes today. Not too bad, but I already did one with the Stamparatus. Okay. See the difference? So you can stamp it in the same place several times. It's ordered, my Stamparatus. I only have an old off-brand one, but I'm going to get a nice fresh new one soon, so I'll be able to show you exactly how that works. Okay, so I cut it with the layering circle die that coordinates with the scalloped one, and this one I think is going to be 1/8 of an inch shorter. Yeah, it's 1 5/8. So this one is 1 3/4 and this one is 1 5/8. Okay, and we're just going to put them together with liquid glue. I apologize for the Cricut. We've been looking for them and we can't get them completely out of here, so eventually we will, but I'm sorry for that. Alright, now, this time I'm going to do some Skittles, I think. No, let's use the same ones. I'm going to use a Kit Kat and a Twix, just because I don't have 2 Kit Kats. Alright, and then I'm going to take some of my black and white gingham ribbon. Oops. I'm going to put it on the back, and it's going to go underneath this flappy piece here. And I'm going to bring it over to the right side. And I'm just going to tie a bow. Now, these don't have to be perfect. They're just there right now so that I can get the right width at 1/2 an inch on the sides. All right, so then I'm just going to tie a bow at the side part over here, kind of. Alright, and then we're going to flip down this. It's not going to stay completely yet. Maybe a little more off of this. Okay. Alright, but you see how that goes all the way around the back? And then underneath this piece here. And what's going to hold down that piece, well, actually, I stuck a tiny bit of glue right underneath the cuts we did. And I'm just going to stick it down a little bit. And it's not going to completely stay right now, but we'll get it to stay. We're going to use our scalloped decoration here, and we're going to put 3 dimensionals. One right there, one here, and one here. Now we're going to stick this down. get this right in the middle and then just press it. And you see there, it'll keep this down. All right, now we need our piece of crushed curry, and from Scary Cute Stamp Set there's a little boo. So I'm going to use the Tuxedo Black Ink again, and we're just going to cut this by hand so it doesn't have to be perfectly lined up. And I'm going to cut it a little bit underneath it and a little bit above it in a strip. Okay. And I'm going to cut it about 1/4 of an inch behind it and a little bit more, say 1/2 an inch before it. Okay, on the beginning of the boo, we're just going to probably, it's in between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch. I cut right in the middle, and then I'm going to go from the side edge to where I cut it just to flag it. Okay, see that? And then on the other side, I'm going to decide where I want most of it showing. So I'm just going to put my scissor and cut it slanted. And then I'm going to go to about the middle and slant it the other way. And it gets a little arrow. All right. I'm just going to take liquid glue and we're going to put it right up over here. Just going to put it right up there. Have the arrow pieces hanging off the left a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then for the final touch, now on this one I used, see, and they will fold flat if you want to make them, and then just pop them up when Halloween comes. I put some in color 21 to 23 in color opal rounds, because I only had 3 or a couple left of the Parakeet Party ones from the 22 to 24 in color matte decorative dots. And I'm going to use my take your pick tool, and oh goodness gracious, now this is going to happen again. I'm going to put one here, one right there, and one down here. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. It's a quick one because we're getting a little bit closer to Halloween. So you have to, if you're going to make a lot, you have to pick quick projects, right? Alrighty, if you have any questions, my email is below. The link to my blog that has all the measurements is below. And the link to my shop where you can purchase your Stampin' Up products. Now there's a special that goes till October 31st. If you're going to be interested in joining as a demonstrator. Now you can just try it out and then decide you don't want to. That's fine. You can try it. There's no penalties, but you get $155 worth of products for $99 plus free shipping. So it's a pretty good deal, and if you decide to just let it go after 3 months, that's fine. But for the remainder of the time, your first full quarter is when it's over. If you don't want to continue, but you would still get the 20% discount until you're done. Alrighty, so if you're interested, the link to join is down there also. Alright, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.